Please welcome Samantha Shistington. She's sporting the new black sparkles. Samantha never goes out in public looking shisty, the most common of the metamorphics. She was born from Miss Shale at a sedimentary
Here
rock.
comes Marbelina Ishes, shucking her stuff in the runway. This metamorphic rock can change form from heat and pressure to hot then cold. Metamorphic rocks are formed when existing igneous or sedimentary rock are changed by pressure and heat. Marbelina Ishes is covered in rough, chunky, stylish pieces of rock. Marbelina Ishes has a chunky white and gray patch.
This is Shaniqua Sandstone, Princess of the Desert. Shaniqua was compacted and cemented into Sahara herself. Small holes in her skin keep her hydrated. Her friends and colleagues pressured her to be what she is today. She can be tan, brown, yellow, and red. She's sporting quartz and feldspar. Of course, her grain is coarse from life at the beach. Shaniqua loves to build and can be resistant to weathering. Don't bring her to a game show because under extreme heat and pressure, she changes into quartzite. Her sleek shine and hardness is undetermined due to her ever-changing personality and composition due to extreme cases of bipolar.
With her elegant sparkles. Stella is a metamorphic rock formed from her mother, Mrs. Basalt, and her father, Mr. Shale. Through a tremendous amount of heat and pressure, she can change into an igneous rock. She is a sparkling gray. Miss Stella is setting a new trend with her edgy style. With a 4 to 5 range hardness, Stella rocks hard. That is Stella Schist.
Holy shist! Come on, Cassie. It's Samantha Schist's turn to rock her stuff. Pardon my language. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Samantha Schist. Samantha Schist is formed from hard heat and pressure from her father basalt and an igneous rock, and her mom's shale is sedimentary rock. You get a wonderful Samantha, a metamorphic rock. Schist is a trendy, mostly black, gray, and greenish rock. Samantha has an average grain size of minerals, is generally smaller than in a gneiss rock. With a 4 to 5 hardness scale, but also a hard temper, Samantha has a wonderful texture and can change into an igneous rock. Here is Samantha Schist.
Coming from the Taj Mahal is Monique Marble, in a sparkling ensemble of alternate bands of light and dark, clad in a rough, shiny layers. Monique never fails to surprise. Monique Marble was formed when limestone was under heat and pressure from the paparazzi. When under exceptional heat from critics, she can turn into an igneous rock. Monique is truly an exceptional model, from humble beginnings as some sedimentary limestone to a hotshot metamorphic rock.
Coming all the way from the England mountain ranges is the stunning J.E. Nice. Mr. Nice is sometimes striped. He's also rigid. He has a wonderful brown and black color. Mr. Nice is a metamorphic rock. A metamorphic rock is formed when an existing igneous or sedimentary rocks are changed by heat and pressure, but without melting. Metamorphic rocks usually contain regular.
Sandy is a sedimentary rock. Sandy turns into quartzite by the heat and pressure of her dancing, and then into a metamorphic rock. You could obviously see that Sandy is a rough and edgy. Sandy should really cool down, so Sandy jumps.
Holy shit, the rock going down the runway is a real reeking rock. It contains regularly aligned crystals that shimmer in the light. When schist is dry, it gets hard and shiny. The paparazzi leaves the rock under so much heat and pressure, schist are formed. It needs lots of rock to be formed. Metamorphics can be formed from igneous and sedimentary rock also. Schist is the most common metamorphic rock, and the beautiful mica is the most common mineral found in schist. Schist is usually found where her brother clay is. Another place schist can be found is by her boyfriend Pith. One thing I wonder from schist and Pith is what they were doing when they came up with the names.
Do I go? All right. Here comes Peter Pumice, national swimming sensation. Peter was formed when lava cooled quickly above ground and became hard. Wait, he came from lava, so he is an igneous rock. If you look very closely, you can see his little air pockets in his tan shell thingy.
Walking down the runway is beautiful Molly Marble, displaying a beautiful crystalline white dress with stylish black jewelry. Miss Molly Marble has a soft personality, but when it comes to school, she has a hard head. Molly gets a very ashy white before going on stage because she gets nervous. Molly is also the proud daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Limestone. When Molly was little Limestone, the pressure of math and tanning turned her into a gorgeous marble. People say that Molly is a newbie, but really she's the best of them all.
Folks, do we have a treat for you? All the way from the deep blue is Lily Limestone. What a very old sight. Lily finally came out of her shells from dead sea creatures to show us her true beauty. Sounds gross? It is. Lily Limestone is here to compete against her daughter, Molly Marble. Even though they're family, Lily's sedimentary and Molly's metamorphic. Wow, their family reunions must be pretty interesting. Lily loves water and beating her daughter at everything. She gets her competitiveness from her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Calcite. Lily may look a little old, but don't let her roughness and gray color fool you. She really is older than you think. She's been forming for thousands of years. Her kind, the sedimentary clan, started out as tiny pieces of earth worn away by wind and water. When it washed down streams and finally decided to move into the bottoms of the rivers. Then layers of them pushing down on each other for a long period of time until the bottom becomes rock. Throw in some calcite and you have Lily Limestone. Despite her old age, Lily can do amazing things. She's a perfect building stone for humid regions. It's a sham, but Lily has to leave. She forgot to clean her dentures.
Ride the white button again.
Here comes the Miss Marble. She makes an excellent sculpture. She makes angels and everything from that. She wears beautiful dresses from shades of purple to the colors of white and black. She was born in Italy, and her first name was Miss Limestone. Any questions for the Popsteroxy? Nick, what is your favorite statue made out of Miss Marble? The Thinker. That's an interesting question. It's not a sculpture, it's a building. It's the Taj Mahal.
Across the shore of Northern California, she's hot-tempered, but when she got time to cool off, she has a sparkling personality. She's Brittany Basalt. She can be found at the Bahamas, Hawaii, and the Caribbean, and all of the other oceanic hotspots. She may have started as just a few minerals, but she turned into one rock and rock. With a little heat and pressure, she can be turned into amphibolite. She's environmentally healthy, and she can't be melted away. Even with all the heat of the fashion business, she still finds time to cool off and be herself.
Next coming down the aisle is Connie Conglomerate. She is the most classiest plastic rock you'll ever meet if you're on her good side. As for the bad side, beware. She is a lightweight champion rocker. She was built rough and bumped up with some serious muscles. She was found underground by a volcano, which gives her her angry personality. So watch out if you see her coming out a volcano. Run if you're on her bad side.
Here comes Pamela Pumice walking down the runway. She is light and can float on water. She stays beautiful because she uses lava soap. There's a beauty tip for you. Pamela has no minerals, which is part of why she is so light. She is known to be fragile glass. This brownish princess.
Next we have Sarah Sequoia displaying rough designs. What you can't see though is that she is a type of glass and is not a mixture of minerals. She is quickly cooling above ground and is a part of the igneous family, but if she is cemented and compacted, she can turn over to
Here
the
comes
sediment.
Nicole in her black dress. Nicole was formed by swamp plants buried in water. After 1 million years, it turned into coal. She has a dark skin, and she is very lightweight girl. She has no cleavage, but she has fracture. She is really smooth.
Nicole can turn into a different rock by heat and pressure and to turn into a metamorphic rock.
Janessa Nice. She is a metamorphic rock. She went through lots of heat and pressure. She was an igneous rock until she went through heat and pressure. She's in the spotlight. She puts lots of pressure on her fans. She is rough and very stylish, and she has fractures. Here she is, Janessa.
Fresh out of the depths of the ocean, here is Lisa Limestone, the fashion queen with lots of sediments to go around. She is sporting a stylish Dead Sea animal shell blouse. Under extreme heat from the spotlight and extreme pressure from her fans, Lisa can turn into her friend Michaela Marble. So Lisa needs to keep her cool. Formed when a fan threw lime mud on her when she was swimming in the ocean, making her last debut until we see her next as Melissa Marble.
Used to be Lonnie Limestone until she metamorphed into Margaret Marble from all of the heat and pressure from the spotlight. She is very sparkly, like a shooting star. Another way you can identify her is her big.
Walkley is the most silliest and prettiest rock of all, Silly Slate. Silly Slate is a fine grained metamorphic rock with perfect fluid that allows it to split in thin sheet. It usually has a light to dark brown streak. Slate only gets along with certain rocks as Venus, marble, and quartz.
Walking down the runway fresh out of the volcano is special obsidian, looking glassier than ever. And look, he's still got that dark side from when he was shot out of the volcano. No need to be alarmed though. Since then, he's definitely cooled, and now he's a totally different rock. Just be sure you're careful because he's been known to crumble under pressure. You wouldn't want him becoming sedimentary now, would you?
It's chalk schist. Even though he has flaky skin, don't take him for granite. He is one rough guy. Chuck comes from a family of 4, including his dad Seth Slate and his mom Shelly Shell, and of course his brother Bobby Basalt. Chuck was shocked after finding out that he was the only metamorphic member.
From Lake Sedimentary, here comes the athletic swimmer, Swimmy Shale. Swimmy Shale is sporting a beautiful muddy suit adorned with molds of fossils. And she has a glorious dark black outer layer from tanning and from mud baths at her own swamp near her mansion. Other than her personality, she can change from the heat and pressure of her swimming competitions to a schisty metamorphic wreck or even to a hot temp.
Gentlemen, here comes Janessa Nice, led in her black and pinkish stripes pink outfit. Janessa wasn't always so stylish. When she was a little pebble, she was rough and igneous. Since she morphed, she's been mature mineral and has lots of fashion. Miss Nice can also be tough, especially with her employees at her business, Nurse Architecture. Miss Nice builds roads and some buildings. There you go, everybody, Miss Janessa Nice. Now introducing the wonderful igneous rock, Steven Scoria. He was born in Lavitania, where he is cool above ground and hot underneath. Today he is wearing a red and purple.
Connie conglomerate, right off the beach, where she was soaking up the sun. Connie has many pebbles and minerals cemented in her to make her shine. Connie is a sedimentary rock and takes many shapes and forms. Smooth and rough, she is always beautiful. Miss Conglomerate changes its shape and form by living by or in the cool waters of an ocean, river, or a melted glacier. She is sporting a variety of colors such as tan, brown, black, white, silver.
Sticky skin and a fierce personality. If you melt granite, the most classy rock in the city, it will transform into this rock, as you see now, schist. This rock is formed when plates of the ocean floor push into or up onto the beautiful city. The hardness of this rock is what gives it its curvy form. The gray color of schist is what makes all the boys talk about her beauty. This rock has mica, the most common disease that makes it split into pieces. Well, this rock has to go back to its hometown and
Hello, how you doing? Good? Okay, let's move on. Welcome to the Fashion Runway. Now presenting Gally Garnet Schist. People say her scent and fashion stinks, but she has her own shimmery fashion scent. She's a gray silvery or brown color with shining specks of mica eyeshadow. She's a metamorphic rock with She's a metamorphic rock with little chunks of garnet in her. If you know what I'm saying. In the USA, she can be found in Idaho, New York, and Montana. Other nations mine garnet schist, including China, India, Russia, etc. This schisty smelling rock was formed by heat, pressure, and chemical processes while buried deep down below the Earth's surface. This is a rock of new fashion. Slam slate has multiple personalities, considering under supreme heat can turn into igneous and under erosion.
Presenting Oliver Obsidian. Oliver is sporting a glassy, sharp suit. The suit sports elegant streaks. He may look cool, but he's got a fiery temper. His igneous form is the envy of rocks everywhere. This is one smooth June. His rock-hard black build is fiery hot. This guy is crap, sorry. Okay.
Golden rainforest, sandstone. She is red and beautiful, and she even shines in the moonlight. You can even build a building with sandstone. It's the most beautiful rock, only because it forms up of small minerals, quartz, and feldspar.
And if you want to build anything, sandstone is your favorite rock. So walking down the runway sporting a red, sparkly look, sandy stone. Now getting even closer, look, she is
Just arriving from Mount St. Helens is Polly the Pretty Pumice. His color ranges from white to cream to green and even black. Polly's texture is coarse and bumpy. Polly formed when lava cooled very quickly above the ground near his home. Polly is so light that he is the only rock that will float. Polly is not a mixture of minerals, but is a type of glass. The hardness of Polly is about 2 on the hardness scale. Polly can often be used to decorate your landscape too. Pumice comes from the Greek word for fire. Watch out for Polly and his fiery personality. That's all, folks.
This rock is an igneous rock that has large crystals. This rock forms by slowly cooling pockets of magma that were trapped beneath the Earth's surface. He takes the mantle and forms it into a very rough or bumpy sensation. It feels like a button on a cell phone. He is still a very